everyone. I'm not here to win a show. I'm here to tell a story. My story. My name is Walter. I'm 78 years old. Most of my life, I've been a janitor, mopping floors, fixing broken pipes, and cleaning up the mess that others leave behind. And I did it all with a smile. Not because I had to, but because I believed in loving people, even when they didn't love me back. You see, I worked for 45 years in the same building. Every morning, I'd greet everyone with a warm, good morning, even those who looked right through me. I'd bring coffee for the young ones who stayed too late at the office, leave mints on the desks of those who always seemed stressed. I remembered birthdays, I remembered stories, I remembered people, but they never remembered me. I thought kindness could melt cold hearts, but theirs were frozen solid. They laughed at me behind my back. Some of them mocked how I walked. Others rolled their eyes when I tried to help. They made jokes about how old man Walter would probably die with a mop in his hand. And nearly, they were right. One rainy night, I stayed late to fix a broken boiler. No one else would do it. The pipes burst, the room filled with smoke and steam. I slipped and hit my head hard. I lay there unconscious for hours. No one came looking. It was the security guard who found me the next morning. I woke up in a hospital bed with a cracked rib, burns on my arms, and tears in my eyes. Not because I was hurt, but because I realized not a single person from work visited me. Not one card, not one call, nothing. That's when it hit me. I had spent my entire life loving people who never even saw me. So I made a promise that day. I would no longer live for people who don't love me. I'd start living for myself, for my story, for the kindness I'd given to the world, not for the applause I never got, but for the peace it gave my heart. I picked up a guitar when I turned 75. I started singing the pain I had buried for years, and those songs, they saved me. Today, I'm not here because I'm famous. I'm here because I'm free. If you're watching this and you've ever felt unseen, unloved, or forgotten, let my voice remind you, you matter. You always did, and you always will. Thank you, America.
They laugh behind my back, whispers crawling through the hall. I gave my heart to every task, but they just watched me fall. While I stayed late to carry the load, they scattered like dust in the wind. I bled for the mission we held close, but they never let me in. Still I stood when no one stood by me. Still I gave when no one would see. My hands were calloused, my spirit bruised, but I held on to the truth. You don't need a crowd to fight what's right. You just need the will to burn bright. Still I stood, even when love never stood by me. They saw the wrinkles, not the war, the weight I bore without a sound. The nights I wept behind closed doors, and still showed up honor bound. They mocked the heart that held them dear, but I wouldn't return their stone. For even in a world so cold, I chose not to stand alone. Still I stood when the lights were dim. Still I believed when hope looked grim. My kindness was met with disdain, but I gave love again and again. You don't need a throne to be a king, just a voice and a reason to sing. Still I stood let them laugh, let them turn away. I found my peace in the fight, I stayed. Still I stood, and I'll never fade. My scars like medals unseen, proof of the battles in between. The war was silent, the crowd was loud, but I gave love again and again. Still I stood through heartbreak and fire. Still I rose with quiet desire. Not for applause, not for the stage, but for the love that outlives rage. You don't need the world to understand, just the strength to take a stand. Still I stood, and I'll stand again. So let them laugh, let them turn away. I found my peace in the fight, I stayed. Still I